How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking buffalo chicken jalapeno poppers. That's right, we all love buffalo wings, we all love jalapeno poppers, and we all love buffalo chicken dip. Today we're gonna be mashing those all together for the ultimate game day tailgating recipe. What's nice about these is you can prep it up ahead of time, get them on an hour before the game, and they're gonna be done. You're just cooking them till the bacon's done. I highly recommend smoking your chicken for this the day before. Don't use that canned stuff. If you have to, you can, but smoke your own chicken, come on. So I'm telling you right now, these are awesome. Let's jump in and show you how we're gonna prep these buffalo chicken jalapeno poppers. All right, so to prep up these buffalo jalapeno poppers, let's just run through what we're gonna be using quick. And as always, I'll have the complete recipe in the description down below with all the measurements in case you don't wanna follow along here. But number one, we have a 8-ounce block of cream cheese. We have a half cup of mild cheddar cheese and a half cup of pepper jack cheese. I have 1 cup of shredded chicken that I smoked the other day. I have a half cup of sour cream, and I have a half cup of Hidden Valley Ranch. For my buffalo sauce, I'm gonna be using the Blues Hog Wild Wing sauce. This is my favorite buffalo sauce out right now. If you have a favorite, go ahead and feel free to substitute that. I also have some Kickin BBQ Honey Chipotle My Rub just to zest up the cream cheese a little bit. I have 10 halves of jalapenos, so 5 jalapenos halved gives you 10, and these are fairly good sized peppers. I want to be able to fill these up nice and full of this mixture. And then I also have a pack of thinner cut bacon. You're not going to use all this bacon, but you know, you can find something else to do with the bacon because bacon is delicious. So thinner cut, it helps cook a little bit more even than the thicker cut stuff does. So when I'm wrapping stuff in bacon, that's what I prefer. And that's really about it. So let's go ahead and get started on making our mixture. So we have the cream cheese. To that, we will be adding the Hidden Valley Ranch. And I should mention this cream cheese has been softening on the counter for about 45 minutes or so. Then we'll come in with our half cup of sour cream. Then we'll come in with our cup of shredded smoked chicken, followed by our half cup of pepper jack cheese, followed by our half cup of mild cheddar cheese. Next, we're gonna come in with a little bit of my rub here, just to season up that cream cheese a little bit. That chicken has been seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this rub to taste. Then I'm gonna come in just with a little bit of the Blues Hog Wild Sauce to start, just to help get everything moistened up. We'll adjust for taste as need be. And then, as always, the best way to mix is with your hands. So I'm just gonna jump in and get these dirty. All right, so we have our mixture all mixed up. We're gonna go ahead and try this, see how our flavors are, see if we need to add anything. I think it needs a little bit more of the buffalo sauce for my taste. So I said you can do this to taste, and a little bit more of the Kickin BBQ Honey Chipotle. And I think that'll probably be about right. Just finish mixing this up. All right, we'll taste again. That is perfect, that's exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna get this in the refrigerator just for about 5-10 minutes to kind of harden back up again before we stuff these peppers. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and stuff up these peppers, and I'm just gonna take some of this mixture, put it right in there, get it nice and full, because I want these things to be packed with flavor. So there's one. And I just like to use my hand. If you want to use a piping bag or a spoon or something, go for it. I think it's a little unnecessary, and this will work just fine. So I'm gonna get the rest of these stuffed up, and I'll bring you back when it's time to wrap them up. All right, so I have my peppers stuffed, and this is about how much I have left over. Now, if you wanted to, you could throw this in a crock pot, just heat it up, and then you got a little chip dip as well. Otherwise, you can make a double batch, stuff your peppers, and then put the rest in a crock pot so you got some chip dip. Or you can just make more peppers and use this up. For me, I'm gonna throw this in the fridge because I'm gonna make some more peppers this weekend. All right, now that I have my peppers stuffed, I'm gonna wrap them in bacon, and I'm gonna use a whole piece and cut off any excess that I don't need, just because I think it's a little bit easier than trying to measure out exactly how much you'll need. And if I need 2, I'll use 2. So I'm just gonna stretch that out a little bit. Then I like to start on the bottom of the pepper here, and then I'm just gonna overlap all the way around, pulling as I go, just to tighten up this bacon, like so. And you can see we have one end here that's not completely covered. So at that point, I'll just take another half, about like that. And same thing, I'm gonna start under, overlapped under, and then just make sure I wrap that edge and pinch it off. And there you go. That is looking very, very nice. And just to make sure this bacon is secured, I'm gonna be using some grill pins. I'm just gonna shove those through the bottom. These are just awesome heat safe pins, and they're a much better alternative to toothpicks, and you're not wasting them. You can reuse these. So I'm just gonna throw a couple in the bottom here, like so. And that's just gonna help keep our bacon nice and secure to the bottom of our popper. So I'm gonna show you one more time here. Try and find that same pepper's brother. I think this is it right here, just to show you what we're working with again. So I'm gonna stretch out that bacon a little bit, start on the bottom, go around, overlap, around, and just keep overlapping it like so. And I'm gonna use this other piece that I have here, start on the bottom, overlap it. And actually I could probably cut this little end off here. I don't like to have too much excess bacon on here because then part of it gets soggy, it doesn't cook up right, and I'm not a big fan of that. I want it to be cooked up nice and thorough, have kind of a crunchier outside, but not burnt, and then just be real nice and soft as we bite through. Just nice bite through bacon with a little crispness. I'm gonna come in with my grill pins. If you don't have grill pins, you can use toothpicks, but these are worth the investment. It's a veteran-owned company right here in the USA. Be supporting a small business, which I'm all about because I am one, and I'm all about supporting veteran-owned companies as well. So we'll get those popped in, and there we go. There's our last wrapped pepper. I'm gonna wrap up the rest of these peppers, and I'll bring you back and show you the next step in the process. All right, so you can see I have all of my poppers wrapped up. They look fantastic. Last thing I'm gonna do here before we get them out there is I'm just gonna hit them with a little bit more of my rub on top. Not much, just for a little color. We want these things looking good because we eat with our eyes first. So I'm just gonna hit them with a light layer of this rub. All right, and there we go. That is it. These are ready to go out onto the smoker. I have the Lone Star Grillz pellet grill fired up at 275 degrees. I'm gonna get them out there right on this rack and just let them cook. You can see right here, a couple of those grill pins are starting to stick through. No big deal. We're gonna remove those when these are done. So it just really does a good job of helping keep that bacon nice and together. So out on to the Lone Star Grillz pellet grill at 275 degrees. You can cook this on any cooker. Just run about that 275 degrees. We wanna render that bacon, but still kind of crisp it up. So I'm guessing it'll probably take about an hour. Everything else is cooked in here, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just strictly getting this bacon nice and cooked. So I will meet you out at the Lone Star Grillz pellet grill. All right, so the Lone Star Grillz pellet grill is at 275 degrees. I'm just gonna get these on like so. And they're looking really nice. And we're just gonna let these things smoke. I'm gonna come out and check them in 30 minutes and just rotate the rack for even cooking. But yeah, I'm just gonna let them get some nice smoke on them, and we will see you in 30 minutes. All right, so it has been 30 minutes. You can see these are looking awesome. We have some great color forming on here. Most of the insides are holding together, except for a little bit right there maybe, but those grill pins are doing their job, and they're doing a fantastic job. So I am just going to rotate this grate 180 degrees, just so everything cooks nice and even. I don't think it's gonna be too long now. I'm gonna let these go for another 30 minutes and they probably should be done. So we'll see you then, but I cannot wait to try these. These are gonna be amazing. All right, so it has been 30 more minutes. You can see these poppers are looking good. The bacon is done. I'm just gonna come in with a little more of a buffalo sauce here and just hit each one of them and just get a nice glazed coat of this on there. It's gonna add some really nice flavor on the outside, get that buffalo flavor on the inside, the outside. We'll just sauce them up quick. And there we go. We're just gonna let these glaze up for probably 2-3 minutes, just to let this tack up a little bit, and we'll pull them off and we'll be done. I'll bring you back in 2 minutes. All right, so it's been 2 minutes. These are glazed up. They're looking fantastic. I'm gonna get them off, let them cool for a little bit. We'll jump in, we'll do the taste test. I know these are gonna be straight smacking, so we'll see you when it's time for the taste test. All right, so we've gone ahead and let these cool down. They look awesome. They smell wonderful. Got that buffalo sauce on there, the jalapenos, the cream cheese, the ranch, everything. I know this is gonna be delicious. I can't wait any longer. All right, I'm just gonna take into a cross section right here because I get a lot of people that wanna see that. So let's check that out. Beautifully full of cream cheese, smoked chicken, ranch, all the goods right there. This is gonna be fantastic. That bacon is cooked perfectly. Those grill pins did their job. I mean, these are looking out of this world. So nothing else to do, but we're gonna do the taste test, and I can't wait. So just a second. All right, so here we go. We're just straight going for it. I can't wait to try this. It's football season, it's finger food. I'm not concerned about getting messy. I just need a cold beer. Unfortunately, it's like 10 in the morning, so let's do this. Might be the best game day app ever. The chicken, smoky. The cream cheese, the ranch, the sour cream. Silky, smooth. The Ash Kickin BBQ honey chipotle. Just the slightest bit of sweetness that pairs really well with the heat from the jalapenos and the buffalo sauce. That Blues Hog Wild Wing sauce, out of this world. These are fantastic. I'm gonna finish this up. For not spending a whole lot of time on the smoker, an hour, there's really good smoke flavor on there, and that comes from smoking that chicken. I'd say you can use canned chicken, but don't. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but smoke your own chicken, even if it's just a couple breasts or a couple thighs. The peppers still have some crunch to them, which I love. I mean, this is probably my new favorite appetizer, hands down. I have no words. These are amazing. You have to give them a try. If you do, come back, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on the recipe. I just love these because you can prep them the night before, pop them on the smoker an hour before game, and they're done. Sit and eat them. Plus, you can get some dip left over out of it. It's like a 2-in-1 recipe. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.